Hey there. In today's video, what we're going to cover is how to fill out an exclusive buyer representation agreement. First off, you're going to get into transaction desk. I showed you how to create a transaction in an earlier video, so we're going to skip that part and go right to the nuts and bolts of this video. So in the dashboard of any transaction that you go in, you're going to find the forms section. You can go into forms. This one's showing that, or you can go into forms over here. We're going to go into forms, and then you'll see the top one with any transaction you create that's made with the template for buyers. You'll see the exclusive buyer representation agreement is in there for designated agency. This is the one that you got to use. This is the one that will make you the only agent that a buyer can use. And it protects you unless, of course, the buyer fires you, which does happen, or you fire your buyer, which also happens. And we'll talk about those things in a different video. So click into the exclusive buyer representation agreement. And as long as you have the details and context filled out as much as you can, that stuff will auto-populate as you see. So here you'll find the broker firm, Genovations Realty, the address of the firm, and then buyer one or buyer two, which would be full names if you put it in. I put them in as buyer one and buyer two, so first and last name. And then because there's two, I would click that and put and then this section, as far as the terms go for dates, these two dates I would leave blank and fill that in my initial consultation in front of them, but I would put the day that we're having the initial consultation as the beginning of our agreement. And then I typically, for buyers, put about a year, or I put a year. That's me personally. You don't want to go more than a year, because then they'll, court of law may see it as a useless contract because there's no real end to your agreement. But some buyers might want 3 months. It's a real short period of time for a buyer. I'm hopeful that all your buyers are 3 months or less. Most of them are. So also going back up here, what you will fill out is the broker. So I'm just going to take it and copy and paste, or I can, we're going to copy and paste Genovations Realty into that section. And then here we're going to have, oh, sorry, we put that in the wrong section. So that's Genovations Realty. We're going to do buyer one and buyer two. Okay. In there, those are my two buyers. Again, we're leaving this blank. This section here, property sought by the client, we're going to determine all that in our initial consultation, so we'll leave this stuff blank, but make sure you fill it all out, even if you put an NA for other terms and exempt, put something in there. As you go through here, the next section we're going to have, and we'll go into more details of what this contract actually says in another video, especially a video that is the initial consultation itself. But for these purposes, this is what you're going to get paid in compensation if the seller does not agree to pay the agent. I personally will put 3% in here. That is not the going rate or the rate you have to choose. You can choose to do 2%. You can choose to do 4%. But whatever you put in here, you're going to have to talk with your buyer with that, and they're going to have to agree to those terms. I'm putting 3% in here, but again, that is not a set rate. Do not claim that it's a set rate. Don't claim that I forced you to do it, or the brokerage that you work for forced you to do it ever. What you just say is, this is what I'm worth, and as we go through this this presentation, I will show you why I'm worth that. And again, we'll have an initial consultation video at a different time. This part is in case the buyer decides to do something else like rent. I've been known to put 0 in here. Wouldn't say that's the most wise move. I just have trusted a lot of the clients. A lot of clients I've worked with in the past are people I know, and I know that they're going to come back to me. But a lot of agents will put in between 500 and 1,000 in here. Let's just put 500. You can put more than 1,000. You can choose what you're worth, and you could make it a variable rate. But anyway, so we're putting 500 in there. I would fill that out. Carryover clause, and we'll go through this, what it means at another time again, but I'll put 90 days in there. And then as we go through, there's not a lot to fill out in this form. You get down here, just make sure that you are the appointment of designated agent. That's me. And confidentiality, we'll fill that out if anything needs to be filled out during the initial consultation. Get down to the bottom. I don't ever put exhibits and addenda in my buyer reps, but I do put something in the special stip. So if you go to the form called contract language in our resources, you will find the buyer rep wording. I like this wording myself, so I've used it for many years. It makes it legal for me to market the property after it's sold, and that's why I put that in there. So I drop it and paste it. You can fill out this information and all that. And then we're done. We save and exit, and what you'll find is that if I go back in here after saving and exiting, you will find that it saved everything we did. Right? Perfect. That's a wrap. That's filling out your exclusive buyer representation agreement, and the rest of these forms will be in another quicker video. Have a good day.